So you guys have probably seen the shed in the background. I'm in the big yard here before, and this is a chicken coop my husband built. And since we live in Mexico for 3 months a year, for a while we tried to have a couple people come in and manage our birds while we were out of the country. The first year it worked pretty well. The second year we had a small pack of coyotes that came in through the forest, dug under the fence, and got in for the birds. They also took out a neighboring family's flock. Sarah's got an apple. Neighboring family's flock, and then a few birds here and there from other flocks. So since we can't go to Mexico this year, we're going to try birds again. My husband rigged up an automatic door opener so it opens and closes at specific times. And then we have an old laying area, but this is the best part, is we use sideways buckets for the bird nesting boxes. And so this is the coop area, and then you come over to the people area, and then you can lift up, see, you can lift up this board. Let's take all this shit down for a sec. Get into the nest boxes without disturbing the birds. And you can hose these out, which is awesome. So, and we keep our supplies and extra straw and stuff in here. Heat lamps. So, I'm going to do a lot of cleanup and maybe get some birds. Looks like we've had some mice, but what else is new? Alright, so new birds means everything has to get sterilized. Because the last birds may have had diseases that we don't know about, and especially for young birds. So I'm giving this just a light bleach, not very light, 20%. And then I will power wash them down, and then I will bleach them and power wash them down again. Still have to find the damn waterer for the top of that, which is why you should always put stuff back where it belongs, but I was using the bottom for a bee waterer. But anyway, next time you see these guys, they should be power washed a couple times and cleaned. So now we gotta clean the coop, which means getting out all that old straw. And then we'll power, maybe we'll just broom sweep it. It's been well over a year since we've had birds. And you should see the price of the chicks right now. It's incredibly expensive. So anyway, we talked about the automatic door opener and closer, so that is awesome. And then we also have a feeder system. I'll show you. But first, let's talk about the free-range system we have. So the birds come out of their coop. This is an old coop. When we first got our very first bunch of birds, this was the coop that came with the birds. The woman that owned the birds was an LP. She was a little person, so this was a perfect size for her, but you can't walk in there without bonging your head. So we upgraded to this coop, and this is where the birds will come out, and it's all fenced. We did take the fence down. It used to go clear to that fence, but it's really too long, considering we have hawks that live up here. So we'll probably bring that to this fence, and then we'll put up, we don't cover the whole top, but we will put up shelters for the birds. Those chain link shelters that I had for the cucumbers and beans to grow on, those come in here. So we have a self-lowering system there, and then a big bucket so the birds can eat at will. We've got to clean all this stuff out. This was an attempt to try a different way of feeding, but it didn't really work. This was actually for pigs, so they would give each other some space, but they quickly outgrew it, and it didn't go so well. So that will have to go. Anyway, I still need to find that damn waterer, but Yeah, so that's the coop. That's our feeding system. We put water in there, and we put several waters around, and then we'll need to make sure the fence is shorn up. And Sarah, our dog, has only been around chickens once for a brief period of time, so we're going to need to train her. But she is an easily trainable dog. We trained her to run beside the bicycle. She walks without a leash. We use the tone system, you know, a shock collar with the shock turned off, so she gets tones and then vibrates, so she knows what she's doing. Maybe there's a waterer right there. This is a different waterer. And a different feeder. No, this is a waterer as well. Wow, we got waterers everywhere. This is an old-fashioned feeder. You put a mason jar on the top of that, upside down, and it feeds, but it's good for little chicks. So is this one? Okay, this is great. So I'm going to take these out and give them the spray treatment. All right, I'll let you guys go, and then we'll come back in a little bit. Hi guys, so we took the inside of the coop. I sprayed it all down with bleach water and just hosing down the outside of the door now that it's sat for a while, but I wanted to show you this. I remember the first time I went to go pick up chickens. I'd never had them before, and I remember seeing the coop and telling my husband, Jesus, you'd think that they at least would have cleaned up the coop knowing we were coming. Well, what I quickly came to find out, you know, this was, I don't know, 15 years ago, coops are dirty. You can never get them clean. You can get them cleaner, but you're never going to get it 100% clean. So I went in here, I swept this down. It's poop. I've hosed it down now. Some of it's coming off. I bleached it down. But not all of this is going to come off unless I take a wire brush to it, and I'm not going to do that. So this coop is as clean as it's really going to get, but it's clean enough. So those of you that have had birds before realize that this is true. Those of you that think it should be spotless have never been on a farm. Well, maybe you've been on a farm, but you haven't had chickens or ducks. Ducks are even worse. And we've had ducks. Anyway, we got the birds ordered. They're unsexed, so some will be male and some will be female. We'll see how many which are which. And then we'll probably end up butchering. We order 20 birds, so if 10 of them are female and 10 are male, then the rule of thumb is one rooster per about 10 females, so that's what we'll butcher down to. But usually when we order from this company, we tend to get more females than males, even though they're unsexed. But we'll see what happens. So we may end up butchering some. Every couple of years we order Cornish crosses, raise them, and butcher about 50 in a year. But we haven't done that for a while since we've been living out of the country for part of the year, so we may do that again. But anyway, I guess my point is we're not new to butchering. We know how to do that. We've got a chicken plucker my husband made. He's the handyman. So anyway, that's it for now. When the birds arrive, we'll do another video. Look how clean. And yeah, so there we go.